Look ahead as well. The tour is not over, Michael, and I suspect, and I'd love to hear from you, I suspect England are actually moving on to their stronger arm in T20 and one-day international cricket, where the pitches will be flatter, and England, I think, just have a greater balance and greater strength around them.
Yeah, when they've got more experience, and obviously the world champions in 50-over cricket, dynamic with the white ball, and England will be at full strength. For the T20s, they are going to be at full strength. They've decided upon this selection rotation. I don't agree with it. I think the 4 tests in India would have been the pinnacle of the winter for me. I would have rested.
Actually, give it a go, Michael. Give it a go one final time on the rotation. I asked Joe Root that he had to be diplomatic while answering that, and I can understand that there are issues with protecting players, but the rotation hurt them very badly.
Yeah, they got it wrong, Harsha. You got 4 test matches against India, the best team in the world in their own backyard. You're a developing test match team on the back of a very good year and a half, winning in South Africa, beating Pakistan, beating the West Indies, winning in Sri Lanka. Surely for a team that's just on what looked like the upward curve, the biggest challenge would have been to put out your best players for 4 test matches against India. And if that meant that the likes of a Butler or Jofra or Ben Stokes misses the one-day series and the T20s in India, that's the way I would have gone, because they're going to get so much experience playing in the IPL of Indian conditions when you look at the T20 World Cup being in India. If there's one format of the game 2 formats of the game I don't think that need oiling from an England perspective, and if it was that kind of format, or the T20s and the 50-over format had to do without a couple of players just for one series, I would have gone with that and made sure that my best players were available for the test challenge of India. Would it have made a difference? Who knows? Because to play against India in Indian conditions on the pitches that we saw in the last 3 test matches, you may have needed 22 players, not the 11. So probably the same result would have happened, but I just think it's principle, and also putting test match cricket as the number 1. And I just think the eyes have been off the ball in that regard.
I think you'll get 5 belters in the 5 T20s. I have no doubt in my mind you'll get 5 belters, because, India's the home side there as well, but India would want to learn to play on those belters and get their bowling right and get not just 150, 160, maybe learn to win 175, 180. The batting just tapers off a little bit when it comes to picking the one-day side. You don't have the Ashwins and the Akshars taking the batting that deep. Different kinds of players. Do you have a favorite for that?
Well, I would think I think there'll be big scores. You mentioned, India are a very, very, a 160 team in 50-over cricket. We've talked about it at the last World Cup. They look like a 280 team, and the best teams in the world. England have been the best white ball team for a few years. A 320s, 330 team in 50-over cricket. And you have to have the ability in 2020 cricket to get 200, 210 if the wicket's flat. India certainly have the talent. They have enough to be able to get those 330s in 50-over cricket, and certainly the 200s in T20 cricket. They've got an outstanding group of players.